Hi, good afternoon, people. Welcome back to another show. John Sinclair TV back again, and this afternoon I'm going to do the top 5 moments. I suppose to have Toonam India coming on, but he seems to have problems with his system at the moment in time. But we'll carry on. I hope he comes on very, very soon. So I still tweeted him, and he's probably fixed up his thing. So guys, good afternoon anyway. If you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And also, if you like to super chat, then you know exactly what to do. And if you'd like to become a member, then click on the join button as well. The dollar sign, you really want to call it. But I'm still waiting for SAMIDH to come on. And look, all I could do is just be patient, and then he'll come. So I did send a link. And what can I say? So big up to Jay Sweet, by the way. Big up to Jules. Thank you very much indeed. You know the deal. DJL Floats, thank you for coming in, mate. Thank you so much indeed. Big up to Tom. Thank you so much as well, Tom. So yeah, like I said, it's just I think Sam's having problems at the moment with his system. I've sent the link out, by the way, and he should be ready. So, and if you didn't want to come on, just let us know. So yeah, there you go. Right, before we go on, there's everything's on a quite on transfer bit, so I could comment on it later on. But first of all, I want to go on to Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1. I mean, I need to name the top 5 games that I really like, and it's going to be remembered for a long, long time. So there you go. So can you remember that game way back, way back in 2010, when, would you believe it, I thought that day against the Sunderland team, they were absolutely woeful. Kevin Nolan's got a hat-trick, by the way, and it was his day. It was absolutely his day. I was there at the game. The atmosphere was brilliant. And look, Steve Bruce even managed Sunderland. And we went 3-0 up at half time. And Kevin Nolan got 2. And Mio got 1 from the penalty spot. And then we absolutely destroyed Sunderland, didn't we? Absolutely destroyed them big time. And I thought on that day, I was right behind the goal that day. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, absolutely fantastic. And you know what it is, right? I think it's just absolutely amazing that day. So, like I said, I mean, finished 5-1. It could have been more than 5, by the way. And for me, Chris Hughton picked a tactic player 4-4-2, and he got his tactics absolutely spot on. I mean, Colaccini played at the back. Gutierrez was absolutely excellent that day. I thought Titus Bamble was shocking, by the way. Let's be real. I mean, I thought Joey Barton played well, and Shola Miobi, a person up front. Gutierrez was absolutely fantastic as well. I thought we were fantastic. Andy Carroll caused some all sorts of problems that day. And I think, look, at the end of the day, we deserved to win that game. It was absolutely class that day. And big up. I mean, and then a couple months later, Chris Hughton got the sack. He got an absolute sack, and I just don't know why. I don't understand why he got sacked. Is it because Mike Ashley spoke to Pardew behind Chris Hughton's back? I don't know. But one thing I will say, and I'm going to say, that, you know, I think Ashley got it wrong. Ashley spectacularly wrong. Now, whether Chris Hughton is good enough for the job, I thought he did all right. I thought he did fine. But listen, we won that day. Chris Hughton got his tactics right. And after the end of the game, they played this tune called Cheer Up Stevie Bruce. You know what it is, right? I mean, we were fantastic. I mean, let's be real. And we were absolutely brilliant that day. And one thing I'm going to say, just go back to this one, go to the wrong one here as well. I do apologize, people. Come on, where that? There you go. If it's the one where they're like, there you go. That's much better, people. That's much better. And like I said, it could be a lot more goals. I thought Gutierrez caused a nuisance all day. And look, what can I say? It could be a lot more goals. And just go wait for Tony as well to come on as well. So it definitely come on very, very soon. Let's go on to Rexy. Big up to Rexy, by the way. Maybe not best moments with Kraft's face. That's his kind of story around after Kraft's game. Yeah, remember that. And big up to Kevin. You know your joke. Hello, Cap as well. You're good, mate. For me, it has to remind you. Sorry, John. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll come on to that one in a minute, by the way. And Albert's winner was between that and the Barca 3-2. But that was a judge and entertainers. We played out of the skins, Barca complacent. Yeah, that is on the list as well, by the way. And big up to Ricky D. And yeah, I was at that game as well. I thought he was fantastic. We should have won that game, by the way, but we did 2 poor goals at San Siro. The funnest part of 5-1 against them was the cheering Ben's goal at the end. Yeah, I remember that. You know what it is? It's just absolutely hilarious, by the way. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Tony Red's in the cut there. Big up to Tony as well. And big up to Caps as well. And during that game as well, Titus Bramble, or Titus Shambles, I meant to say, got sent off as well for a foul on Andy Carroll. It was a poor challenge, by the way. Whether it's a professional foul or not, it was a shocking tackle. And he had to go. When he went off, then all the Sunderland fans went as well. And they thought it was a flipping fire drill. Yeah? So they all left. There was only a couple hundred in there that day. And I just thought it was absolutely hilarious as well. Still waiting for Sam to come on as well from to Army India. I sent him a link. What's gone with him, I don't know. And Tony's also going to come on as well. So yeah, I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. And just a bit of breaking news, by the way. I should be on Paul's channel tonight with 2 reviews. So check out for that. So I'm looking forward to it as well. And big up to football news, mate. Hope you're okay. Efforts saying hi to yeah, we go on to that in a bit. They're gonna have to do 2 Paul. Hope you're fine, mate. Everyone in the chat as well. And everyone's in as well. So yeah. So still gotta wait for Tony, still gotta wait for Tune on the India. I think he must have overslept. I don't know what's going on with him, by the way, but it is for what it is. I'll just go back on again. I think that there's problems with the system here. But yeah, 5-1. I mean, that win got us into 7th position. So if just give us 2 seconds, I'll send that link again, turn that link again. 2 seconds. I'll try again. That's copied. And yeah, what a time to be a Newcastle fan there. I mean, celebrated long into the night that game. So yeah, so finished Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1, and I can't do any better than that as well. So let's go on to the big one between Newcastle and Man United. We're going to get Tony as well in the chat as well. So let's get him in. Sorry about this, lads. Get rid of that one. Stop the screen share. Etc. And this is going to be a Newcastle Man U one. And do hit the likes as well, by the way, people. Do help the channel to grow. So help to click on the likes as well. Thanks so much indeed. And yeah, I've heard that he wants to leave as well. Then I heard that. And how good was Chelsea started the season? Big up. There he is. There's Tony. Big up to you, Tony.
Hi, John. You all right?
I'm doing great, man. And how are you doing? You okay?
Aye, not too bad, mate. Yeah.
I'm just going to go back to the one, right, which I spoke about as well. Which is, if I can find this one, Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1, right? You're going to talk about the top 5 moments as well. Yeah. And you're going to go for that because obviously Sam Dia is not coming on in a minute and he's having problems with his system. So I just need to get someone on as well. But if you go back to 2010, the game between Newcastle and Sunderland, right, when we were beaten by 5-1 when Kevin Woods got a hat-trick. What was that day like, mate?
Brilliant. I was at that game because when I had my season ticket, I was in the Sir John Hall stand right at the bottom, lower tier near the pitch, so right at the front row. Yeah, absolutely brilliant day that was. Never forget Kevin Nolan with his chicken dance either.
Yeah. Oh man. I tell you what though, they were sick serious guy because he scored that Cinema Light as well. So they got sick of it, this guy, by the way. But we went 3 up at half time. I thought we were fantastic that day. I mean, Colo had a flying header, went wide, and then the first goal was coming for a long, long time. I mean, Kevin Nolan scored a good goal, and then he's got an opportunity to score his second goal of the game. The third one's a penalty when John Ascot brought down, and Shula did the rest. The fourth one was just Andy Carroll with a header. I think it was Andy Carroll. And then the fifth goal, Kevin got his hat-trick. And, you know, but all the Sunderland fans went when Titus Bramwell got sent off.
Yeah. Yeah, Titus Shambles. Yeah, Titus Shambles, as we call him, because he is a shambles, wasn't he? But yeah, that was a great day. That was absolutely fantastic, and to be on Halloween as well, even better.
Absolutely right, mate. I totally agree, right? I mean, I was at that game, right? I was behind the goal, right? And when he scored the first goal, I can't lie, I lost my wallet after he scored the first goal, and then I quickly realised 5 minutes after that, I thought, wow, I lost my wallet, and then I quickly realised it was by someone's foot. So I picked it up, and it was rightly mine. So I think, look, at the end of the day, I mean, I got pushed as well. I think I got pushed over the seats as well. Remember, Cersei's right, and you know what it is, right? I mean, I got pulled up by someone who was something like 5'3". I had to pick us up, and I was struggling to get my goal again. Oh man,
yeah, that was an absolute mental day, and that was brilliant. And you know, one of the best wins we've had over Sunderland, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
that probably just goes a bit better than the 1990 win over Sunderland.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I'll tell you what, though, it should have been 10. It should have been 10.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Quite easy because they were shocking. And guess who managed that? Guess who managed Sunderland that day? I wonder, people.
Bruce.
Yes. It should be, my God, man. Absolutely ridiculous, man.
Yeah, because that was the season we came back in the Premier League, and obviously Houghton, you know, we'd beaten Villa as well, 6-0 as well before that. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Houghton proving he was a good manager for us anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Totally agree, man. But, you know, everyone got like a minimum 8 out of 10 that day. I mean, Kevin Nolan got a 10 out of 10 from me. He was outstanding. And I thought Jonas had a good game. Okay, he gave the ball away, but Darren Ben could have scored in the first minute, but he gave the ball away, which was absolutely poor. But look, end of the day, I mean, we got the win, and it was absolutely fantastic. So do for the comments, by the way. So do smash the likes, people. Then do follow Tony on TonyTune31. So do get him followed on his Twitter account as well. This tune, something about and coming back to a draw forward, so you're going to go to that game as well. And big up to Tony, to Rachel, big up to Billy. Carter's getting sent off. Sure, and that day he did. He was absolutely magnificent that day. I can't lie. Big up to Jade. Afternoon to you, game 2 as well. She's absolutely brilliant. Do get her followed as well. And let's go for that. Titus Shambles, like you said. Also, thank you, Paul. Big up to Paul Edmonds saying as well. A couple has jumped. Tom's got some memories as well. Top games: Leicester 1, Newcastle 2. That was when we stayed up. Newcastle 7, Leicester 1. Newcastle 5, United 0. Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1, 697. That's another one as well, Tony. Newcastle 3, Barcelona 2. We're going to talk about that game last, by the way. And let's go that one as well. No talk about other channels, please. Thank you very much indeed. I just want to let you know. Barca win Defo, GSP Tino, Daily Combination, that's Ricky D. Yeah. And I've read that one as well. Gareth, big up to you, Gareth. Thought you came, my guy, and hope you and your wife are absolutely canny. Michael Turner at the back. Not many worse defenders than him in the Premier League. Michael Turner, eh? Oh, God. Oh, my God, man. He was awful, wasn't he? He was absolutely awful for him, man. I mean, Duncan as well. He used to play for Brentford. He looked good, but not good enough for me, wasn't he? So I've got one for Lee as well. Any memories, please find them in a way, and we just choose the best ones. 5-0 Man U, 3 to Barca, 1 Leicester, 4-0 Arsenal, 5-1 Sunderland. There you go. I'm going to get one changed till we go to the next one, man. And just going to get that one with that. I'll share that one. Then I'll stop the stream. I'm going to get that one shared. So your final thoughts on that game, mate?
The Sunderland game, yeah. absolutely fantastic day. And Shola the Mackham Slayer as usual as well, always getting his goal against Sunderland. Yeah, absolutely brilliant day all round.
Absolutely. Right, we're going to talk about this one. Right, this is never going to be forgotten in my lifetime. Newcastle 5, Man United 0, St James's Park. Oh, Tony, what a time. What a time. This game we're never, ever going to be forgotten. This is going to be one of the best games witnessed at St James's Park. Tell us your thoughts, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, before that game kicked off, I never imagined we would win 5-0, especially in that season when we got beat 4-0 in the Charity Shield off Man United at Wembley. Yeah, so to actually turn them over was absolutely brilliant that day. And Shearer was on fire, and you could see he was up for it against Man United after turning them down. And even better when he got his goal, because then he went and celebrated right in front of the Man U fans, which they absolutely hated.
Yeah.
And to top it off, Philip Albert's goal. Well, what a lob that was. I mean, that guy was brilliant anyway, but what a lob from centre half as well.
Ooh. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, that game, man, I mean, there's a hot atmosphere as well. Shearer turned Man United down, sorry. And then what he did, right, he just said it there. He ran to the Man U fans, whipped it up as well. I tell you what, can you imagine whipping up at Old Trafford if he did that? We beat him 5-0 at Old Trafford. I tell you something, that would still be tattable all day long, man. But the 5 goals is scored, Darren Peacock got the first goal. And David Nola scored a wonder goal, by the way. That was a cracking goal. Ferdinand got the 3rd. Shearer got the 4th. And then the 5th goal is Mr. Albert with that delicious lob. Wow. And I'll tell you what, man, that was the icing on top of the cake.
Oh, that was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. That lob from Albert, though, that's got to be one of the greatest goals in the Premier League.
Absolutely.
And again, Schmeichel, who was one of the best keepers in the world, don't forget as well.
In world football, absolutely right. And you know all it is, right? They can play it over and over and over again. If you got like a FIFA 22, I'll tell you what, that's got to be on it. Yeah. If you look at it, if you go in the stadium, that's got to be shown on again. Big up to Paul, by the way. Can't wait, Paul. Call him Boss as well, by the way. Big up to you, Boss. I can't wait tonight. I'm so excited. We're in to go. And Rachel saying hi to Paul. The best game of football I've watched, Newcastle 3, Spurs 3. Both teams out and out attacking. 2 red cards, 1 each. Beardsley and Clinton both outstanding. That's from Tom. Big up to you, Tom. Keep those comments firing in. Any questions to Tony, just get them fired away. Thank you very much indeed. How's it going, bro? Love us a sign. Musa Diaby's, Diva Zapata, Andrea Bellotti. I would like to, with 2 out of 3, bro. I tell you what, I'll be happy one of them yet. Do you know what I mean? But getting more, I'll be over the moon. The Greensby away match promotion season in the early 90s deserves a mention as well. Can you remember that one, mate? Where we beat
I can remember that one very well. Yes, that was the clincher under Keegan. Yeah, Blundell Park. Yeah,
man. Yeah, absolutely. Blundell Park. I'll tell you what, though, West End, all the champagnes was open as well. They're all fizzed up, and everyone's partying as well, man.
It's not even Grimsby either.
I know. Exactly. What they say, the sunshine is shining, the weather is sweet, everybody moves with the dancing feet. And all those players were dancing into the town underneath. So big up to Newcastle that day. And Kevin Key did a wonderful job that day, that season too. Also for Forces Mental, 4-0 down, we're going to talk about that game. I was getting so much stick from lads at a bar. By the end, I was on the table down in shots with some Liverpool lads. It all got very messy, worth it, and a great day for Jim. Big up to you, Jim. Big up to you. That was best kit too. That's from Tony the Red. Big up to Billy as well. I always enjoy the thing with Hammond and Liverpool. Andy Cole hat-trick, and every goal he scored was a carbon copy. Tobin, Picnic. I'll tell you what, that guy was absolutely shocking. Absolutely poor him. My God. What can I say about this guy? He's got to be one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in my life. My God.
Wasn't that the game which Bruce Grobloff allegedly threw with a betting scandal?
Oh. 2 seconds. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think that's the game he's got through the game. Yeah, he scored the first half hat-trick.
Because if you watch every goal,
Mm.
he doesn't make any attempt to go for them, really.
Not
They're too
at all.
soft. I mean, brilliant goals by Cole, but yeah.
The thing is, right, I mean, like, when he gave the goals away, who cares? Who cares? Like,
Exactly.
He got nothing to do with us, by the way.
No. But,
So-
yeah, you don't look at it until you look back at it and you think, hang on, those goals do look a little bit easier. So, yeah. Did get done for it as far as I'm aware, but, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he got in the court, didn't he, for that as well? Global,
Yeah.
He won the appeal. Then they took him on under the appeal, and it won the court case. Then they took him on the appeal, and the newspapers won the appeal. But I'm not going to mention who it was, but not on my channel. Big up to Gareth as well. Philippe Albert, what a lob. Michael was helpless in goal. Totally agree. Big up to you, Paul. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, 32 people watching at the minute. I'm hoping for more. Do hit the likes, people. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to Kevin as well. Hope you're okay, my guy. And, you know, I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. And big up to Laura G. My favorite tune game has to be the Arsenal 4s each. And talking of that, we're going to talk about that game as well, by the way. And I'll get that one shared. And get rid of that one. I'm supposed to be stopping that stream. And get this one up again, people. Share that stream. And there you go. Can you remember this one, mate? Anyway, Effin can remember this one.
Yes, I can remember this one. Yes. Yeah, because we went 3 down within 18 minutes at that game. Because one of the guys who sat along from me, a lad called Keith, he's well known. He's got the NUFC on his belly tattooed. Nice lad. Him and his mate. They were walking out after 18 minutes and said, "Are you not going, Tony?" And I said, "No, I'm going to stay here and watch it." And they went, "Well, I'm not watching this crap. We're going, you know." So they went, and I thought, yeah. I remember getting a half time, we're 4 down, and I remember saying to somebody waiting in the queue for a drink, and I said, "Look, even if we get 1 or 2 goals back, at least we've made an effort, you know." But I didn't think we would have drew that game 4-4. And even in the last minute, we almost won it when Kevin Nolan's shot just went past the post.
Absolutely. I can remember that one as well, mate. I can remember that 100%. I tell you what, though, you're right. But we were 3-0 doing, I mean, they were 3-0 up within 10 minutes. They were inside 10 minutes, yeah. And then, I mean, the first goal was just absolutely shocking. Pace against pace, right? Colaccini, we know he's got pace right at the back, yeah. You know he got pace, but he got outdone by Theo Walcott in the very, very first minute. And then, look, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, Van Persie, John Do scored the other goals as well, made us 4-0. Actually, for half time, it should have been 5, but the turning point of the game, right? I'm not going to lie, that's when Abby got sent off. Yeah, when him and Barton was getting at it. Yeah, but I tell you what, though, Tony, Joey Barton was very, very sly. I can't lie. Yeah, very sly.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I remember saying to a guy next to me, I said, "Why on earth has Diaby done that for?" I says, "He's, you know, his team's 4-0 up. Now he's got himself sent off. And, you know, why has he lost his head?" And even the guy next to me says, "I haven't got a clue why he's lost his head. It's absolutely stupidity in it." And obviously him getting sent off helped us get the 4-4 draw because he were down to 10 men and we were in the ascendancy. So the best scored that day as well. He could have had 2. One was offside, wasn't it? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I totally agree. But you know what it is, right? I mean, again, we just plugged at it. We kept it going. And we got a goal from penalty from Joey B. And he got a penalty. And then Leon Best scored opportunity to score. And then Joey B scored a penalty again, which, I mean, was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? It could have gone either way. But it gave a penalty away. But before we come into the 4th goal, I got some comments as well. Got Foxy in the chat as well. Big up to Foxy, by the way. And Tino, we're going to talk about him. Beating Man U 5-0, 3-2 against Barca, 6-0 against Villa. I can remember Andy Carroll got a hat-trick, by the way. That's the first game after he got promoted back in 2000, what was it? 2010 season. Yeah, that's it. And thank you. Tino Dove against Mets. where he took a shirt off for the first goal and he got booked for it as well, by the way. And Coyote, we come to him in a bit. Rest in peace, Czech, by the way. We still miss him, man, but rest in peace, Czech, bro. Good afternoon to you, Gary D. Hope you're okay. And then Billy as well. He talks a lot of sense. Grobbelaar must have been scared because of 3-0 half time. What if he scored a stack more second half? His money suppliers would not have been happy. There you are. Yeah, I agree. And talk to Rebel, to rest in peace to a great ball-winning midfielder. We come to Czech in a minute, Gareth. Rest in peace, Czech, as Antonio Red. Who knows winner against Leicester is very, very special. It was early last season, yeah. That's that there as well. But going to Czech, that goal, we was down and out, by the way. He's never going to come back. But when he got 4-3 down, when he got those 3 goals back, I think to myself, are we going to come back from this? Can we do this? And it took a special goal from Czech Coyote. God rest his soul, by the way, right? From 25, 30 yards. What a fantastic goal, by the way. And the whole place is just absolutely lifted, by the way. I mean, when that goal went in, how did you feel?
Oh, I mean, absolutely brilliant. Because I was in Sir John Hall stand because that's where my seat was. And so obviously it was down at the Gallagher end. Joey Barton's free kick come out, and Coyote, he couldn't hit it any sweeter than he actually did. And then all I remember is that ball went in the back of the net. We're all celebrating. And then all of a sudden, they're all running up the pitch towards where the Sir John Hall stand is, jumping on everybody. Steve Harper joining in as well. And to get to 4-4 was absolutely brilliant. Just couldn't believe that. And Czech Coyote, bless him, what a player he was. I mean, a good midfielder as well. Somebody we could do with it at the minute, to be honest. But he was always hardworking. But, you know, that goal will live long in the memory. And, you know, God rest his soul at the end of the day. But, yeah, what a player. And, we'll always thank him for that equaliser.
Absolutely. I mean, I love Coyote. I mean, it's strength is to win the balls from midfield. Wins it, gives it, yeah. What I don't like about Czech, when he tries to play as a number 10, try to be clever with the ball. And when he does get the ball, he's trying to do all these flicks and trying to be clever with the ball. Sometimes my heart is in me gob, sometimes, excuse me. Yeah. But at the end of the day, look, he is a fantastic player. First season, what a player. I mean, Chelsea were linked to him, by the way. Man United was linked to him. They were going to offer him up to about 30 million quid, where we saw Andy Carroll. Czech Coyote, only been in the club for, 4 or 5 months. He signed from a 4-year deal into a new 6.5-year deal. And I'm thinking, what's that to keep us fans sweet? Because we sold Andy Carroll. That money went towards to Coyote. I thought he was worth every single penny. I mean, if Czech Coyote is still alive now, I think he'll still be playing. And also, I think he'd probably get a coaching job at Newcastle.
Yeah, I think you would have. Yeah, definitely. Because he was a good servant to us as well. Yeah, great servant, and it was a shame when he did go, but you know, and then when his death come about, that was a real big shock as well. So yeah,
man, guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then please give it a subscribe. If you also like to give it a like as well. If you'd like to become a member, then please click on the join button as well. If you'd like to super chat, then please give what you can, what we deserve, this channel deserves. It goes to good things as well, but thank you very much indeed. If you can do that, that will be absolutely amazing. Thank you very much indeed. I want to talk about this game as well. I have to bring it up as well. It's Feyenoord 2, Newcastle United 3. We needed to win this game to get into the Champions League for the groups, the playoffs as well. Last 16 or last 8, what we'll call it. And we started well. We got a goal from Craig Bellamy, open the scoring, and then scored the first goal, and then the second goal from Hugo Viana. What a hit from 25 yards into the top corner. That should have been game over. And then Feyenoord came back and got these 2 quick goals back, and then we could have gone behind. And then in the end, the keeper makes a save. It fell to Craig Bellamy, and it came off the keeper into the back of the net. What a scenes in Feyenoord, in the Cube, in Rotterdam. And I'll tell you something, right? Let's be real. I thought when that goal went in, we knew we was going to be in the latter stages of the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because we lost the first 3 games, if I remember, in that group stage, because when we actually won these 3 games and got through, it was the first time it's ever happened in Champions League history at the time. But what a night that was. I mean, to get through like that, 3-2 against Feyenoord, what a performance it was as well. And beating Juventus as well at home as well, which was even, just as good, if not better.
Yeah. Yeah, it was sweet, but it was sweet, by the way. I mean, I'd love to play an Italian team again in the Champions League, should we get there. But look, I thought our defending, I thought you did okay. I thought Dabasas cleared off the line. It could have been a lot worse, by the way. I thought Shearer had a good game. I thought Kieran Dyer played well. I thought Dyer, like Ricky D said, Dyer's and Bellingham's paces absolutely killed him in the end. And look, I didn't think Feyenoord was that good, but they got gifted 2 goals, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Because of that, because of that lad they got top, the Argentine lad up front. And look, at the end of the day, we came away and we did all right, and onwards and upwards there. But Bobby Robson must have had heart in his mouth on that day. He would have been absolutely furious. And like I think that interview he did, he just couldn't believe it. It might be good for the viewers, sort of thing. It might be good for the neutrals, but for us, I tell you something, it wasn't for me, because when Bombarda got these 2 goals back, if I remember this correctly, my God, it could have been a lot. It could have been a lot worse, because Feyenoord was going for it.
Yeah. I can quite, like I say, that was one of those games. It was like I say, it was like to and fro, but we got there in the end, which was brilliant. And to get through, to get through like that was absolutely fantastic. After the first 3 games, I thought we've got no chance here. I think we're, but we showed grit and determination, and we got through.
Absolutely. I mean, we look at the team we've got. I mean, if you say about Arsenal's named who Youth Project or Project Youth, we had a Project Youth for Newcastle United in those years, didn't you? Under Bobby, you had young players there. You had Bellamy, Genius Dyer. You got players like Gibbon as well, was on a bit as well. Dabisas and
Vaiana.
Yeah, Vaiana. I said it years ago. That's a Project Youth in that team, man, because Bobby Robson loves young players as well.
Yeah,
and you know what it is, right? It's just those players just love playing for Bobby Robson as well, because they've just been brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And that team we had was good enough. That was good enough to win a title. It was good enough to win a title.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we could have done something. We could have done bits as well, but we just didn't happen. So what else can I say, Tony? What else can I say? But we did well to get the Champions League, and I'm going to get this shared again. We're going to talk about the next one as well. I got that one stopped. Stop the stream. I'm going to go for some comments as well before we go big on to the next one. And it's just everyone's going to love this one, by the way, if I can get it up, by the way. Let's take a look at this one. That's not it. That's not it. I did get it, by the way, but it's the Newcastle Barcelona game, but I'm going to comment to him in a bit. Get that one cancelled. I've got some more comments as well. Big up to Billy. When that Bellamy goal went in, I could have controlled myself, did a mad lap on off local socials club and stopped the bingo. I was poking number 1 amongst the local pensioners. Billy, I'm not surprised, mate. But listen, you go give her one, Billy, my guy. Go and give her one. As a rival fan, in my opinion, I've always loved Dyer. What a player he was. The problem is with Kieran, he had too many injuries, so that is the thing.
Yeah, too many injuries, always on the treatment table. But when he did play, boy, what a player he was, and his pace as well. Him and Bellamy, teams couldn't contain them. I mean, when we first signed Bellamy, I was a bit like, Craig Bellamy had just scored 6 goals for Coventry when we signed him, and I thought, is he really going to improve our team? But when he came to us, what a player he turned into. Him and Shearer, rip teams apart.
Absolutely right. I mean, this is the thing, right? I mean, it's just we need a guy with speed in there for the full season. There, if you had a guy with speed for the full season with Kieran Dyer, with Jermaine Genius, with Craig Bellamy, Alan Shearer. I'll tell you what, though, going to the Arsenal game at home, right? If you won that game, I think you would have won the title under Bob Robson. We would have won the title. And if Bob Robson came in 1996 when Keegan resigned, 1997, he couldn't leave Barcelona at a time, we would have won the title that day. I reckon he would have came back and won the title because to do it for Bobby.
Yeah, I think he would have. Problem at that time, Robson was one of these people who was very loyal, and he didn't want to leave Barcelona because he was in the middle of a contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a shame we didn't get him then, but we did get him eventually.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Big up for DGL. Almost went through the next group stages too. If it hadn't been Inter in Milan when Shearer scored twice, I think he would have robbed that night from dirty taxes and diving. Was so unlucky we were. Absolutely right. I can't lie. That Conchial faced Olivier Bernard, and he was cheating all night. Right? Olivier Bernard was absolutely fantastic. You would have thought that he was playing for a move in Italy at the time. And I'll tell you what, he had Conchial in his back pocket that night. And Conchial was one of the world's best players in Europe at the time. Totally. I thought Bernard was outstanding. He was a 9 out of 10 that day. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
He was absolutely brilliant. This is a young lad that doesn't really get many games. Do you know what I mean? But hey, he's done it. And big up to Statics. Well, John, that's right. Your team in the early 2000 was quite young. It was definitely Project Youth, as you also made progress too compared to my team, Arsenal. We called Project Youth that day. Youth project, what do I call it? Big up to Danielle. Can't wait, Danielle. I'm ready to go tonight. Can't wait. Thanks so much. I'm going to be smiling. I think I'm going to start smiling if I go on this poor show. So I'm not going to start smiling because that channel, let's be real, is international superstardom, that channel, by the way. So if you do watch the Toon Review channel, just hit the subscribe button. Yeah, let's get up to 12,000. We work with each other. That's what it's all about. Big up the Foxy, honouring memories. Newcastle beat Sheffield Wednesday 8-0 and beat Spurs by 7-1. And let's get this one as well before we big up Newcastle Barcelona. Ollie Bernard lifts his Seg Hill. His son goes to school with his little cousin. That's from Tony, bless him. Yeah, he's still at the North East, isn't he? Ollie Bernard.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Wasn't he chairman or something of Durham City Football Club? Don't know if he still is or not, but he was. I know he was last time. I think he's definitely either owns it or he's chairman of it, one of the two. But yeah, that's the last time I remember that anyway. Yeah.
So, I think did you show like a wine bar as well, and you used to manage and be the president of Durham City?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wow, I can remember that as well. Go back to floats again. Remember, Solano's 35-yard come back off the bar too. I was in Milan that day. I doubt even Shearer could have got as much power in that shot as Nobby did. Those days will be back sooner rather than later. And yeah, I was at that game. I was like, I should have opened the score. And we sent into Milan a warning that day. And that's all. And it was a cracking night. But we could have won that game. Should have won that game. And that cost us code to the quarterfinals. I'm going to share the stream the screen for the next one. We've done 4, and we're going to go on to this one. It's Tino 3, Barca 2. Can you remember this one there? Tino scored a hat-trick, 1996.
Yes, I remember this one. And this is the one where he put his shirt on the flag, wasn't it, and held it up?
Yes.
When he's
No, he held it up. That was against Metz, by the way.
Yeah, Metz, sorry,
Barca. But he did score against Metz, and he got booked for it as well when he took the shirt off, put it onto the flag.
That's when he got booked. That's the one. But Barcelona game. Yeah, what a night that was! Absolutely brilliant that night. Tino hat-trick. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And you couldn't write that, could you? Really, you know.
Yeah, man. And you know what it is, right? I mean, the 35,000 turned up at the game. You know, the 35,000 went to that game. Big up to you. You got yourself a treat. I mean, you look at Barca, they had teams, world-class players like Luis Figo, Rivaldo as well.
Yeah.
All those big names there. Yeah. And they didn't know what hit them that neat. You know what I mean? But that cross from Gillespie. Oh, my God. That is, oh man, what can I say, man?
Yeah. Oh, he was a cracking winger, wasn't he, Gillespie? Him and Ginola.
Yeah.
The G-force on either wing.
Wow. Absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I mean, look, we can take on the best teams in there. I mean, Kenny Dalglish, right? He got his tactics right there. He put the best players available. And that is the team that should have gone further in the league. And he ripped it all apart. We brought in Ian Rush, John Barnes, Des Hamilton. All these players are not good enough for Newcastle United. How are we?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe when the likes of Ian Rush came in because he was near retirement anyway, wasn't he? And, 36, I think he was at the time. Des Hamilton, well, just proved that he couldn't cut it at all, could he, in the Premier League? He wasn't Premier League quality, was he? So, yeah, some poor decisions. And, yeah, I remember when he ripped that team apart. Sold Ferdinand, didn't he, as well?
Absolutely. I'll get this back up again. And so the viewers can see that. There he is. There's the guy. That's Tino. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, 100%, mate. And who did we end up with when Kevin left? Kenny Dalglish ripped the Kevin's entertainment apart from his did. Absolutely shocking. He got sacked after 2 games, didn't he, in 1998? And Ricky D's that intimate team had everything they did. I mean, that game against Inter Milan in the Champions League, where he got beat by 4-1, they went 3 up at half time. But that guy, Varo, the Corba, that goal he scored, man. Wow. Inside. Oh, my days. That was some goal, that. Absolutely brilliant. He was down to 10 men after 5 minutes when Bellamy got sent off. I mean, you know what the Italians are going to do to him, and he's done it absolutely right. But Bobby Robson should have told him before this, what they're going to be like. But obviously, Craig didn't listen, didn't he? He did not listen at all whatsoever. Shivers should have got sent off as well, by the way.
Yeah.
But that elbow he did, didn't he? He did the elbow. And he did that right in front of the referee, He could have sent him off, but he didn't want to send him off because he knew if he sent off Shearer, then there would have been a riot.
Yeah, there would have been. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. I mean, but yeah, the Italians are well known for it, though, aren't they? For that cheating tactics and things like that. They know how to do it, and they know how to, especially against the English teams.
Exactly. They're not daft at all whatsoever. They're not daft. But one thing I'm going to say as well, I thought Inter deserved to win that game. They really deserved to win that. They were a better team. And that's exactly what happens. It is sad, but, but we kept on winning the last game of the tournament against Barca. And Foxy's got something to say about that as well. And Stats said, big up to Rachel on mods, and big up to things that Tony's one of the mods as well. He's good as well, by the way. I can't lie. I think it was our results at home against Barcelona and Inter which cost us. We battled Leverkusen with the Amiobi Lua combo. Remember Brambo arrived with a typical mistake for Cliver to score? Yeah, I can remember that. Oh my God. Could you believe that? I'll tell you what, though. I said at the time he should have been sold. He should just get rid of a guy. I mean, Bobby Robson paid, $5 million for this guy?
Yeah. Because he thought he was a future England centre-half, didn't he? And, but he played well for Ipswich, but when he came to us, he was an absolute shambles. Hence his name, Titus Shambles.
Yeah, man.
And everywhere he went after us, he was just absolutely woeful, wasn't he?
He was shocking, wasn't he? Absolutely shocking. Look, he's had the god ability to be a great defender. The problem is, though, it's mistakes, isn't it? Sticks. The one against Arsenal when he balloon kicked it as well, straight to Henry, and then he scored for that as well. But to be fair to him, he had a good game against Inter Milan at the San Siro. I thought he handled Vieri very, very well. And Crespo as well. He defended properly, and he defended really, really well. But in games, the easier games, that guy, he's just absolutely clueless, mate. He really, really is. And it's so frustrating when you have to watch him all the time. What we needed is a proper stellar defender that can actually defend properly. And I think Newcastle would have won a title. But because of him, right, it's just not good enough. It's not.
Because he just had total lapses in concentration.
Yeah.
And that's what let him down the most, his concentration. Had he concentrated more, he could have turned out better. But
yeah, man,
concentration lapses cost you games. And you can't afford to do that in the Premier League or any game at the highest level.
Exactly. And you know what? As you get punished in the Premier League or higher games, and you're going to get punished.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you might get away with it in the Championship or the lower leagues, but certainly not in the Premier League. You're not going to get away with it.
Not in the big league. Not in the big league at all whatsoever. You look at some other memorable games as well. We can go for as well. Good was Foxy against Man United at home by 5-0. So, Mr. Lepolovich, can you please hit the subscribe button, mate? If you do like the channel, mate, just click on subscribe. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
I mean, another good game as well, John.
Yeah.
When you go back to it, when we beat Chelsea under Pardew 2-1 away from home and Cisse with that wonder goal against Czech.
Yeah. 2 goals to nil.
Even Mourinho applauded it, didn't he? Because he saw how good that goal was from the touchline.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, that second goal, that's been talked about, and Pardew managed this as well. And not only that, that's a cracking result, 2-0 away from home. That's where we finished 5th that day. And I tell you what, if Papiss Cisse joined us in the summer, not in January, we'd be in the top 4. We'd be in the top 4, man.
Yeah. And I mean, against a keeper like Petr Cech as well.
Exactly.
Best keeper in the Premier League at the time as well, wasn't he? Yeah, that was that goal was absolutely fantastic that day. Yeah.
100%. And you know what it is, right? I mean, Papa, everyone said that he was being linked to Real Madrid. On social media, everyone said he's been linked to Real Madrid. Everyone fell for it. That was never going to happen, yeah. He's never going to go to Real Madrid, by the way. But it came to fruition. But I do like Papiss Cisse, even under Rafa Benitez. He didn't score a lot of goals then, but I thought he worked hard for the team. Didn't I?
Yeah.
I thought he worked hard for the team. Bramble was technically a great player at the time. He could ping a ball anywhere on the pitch. His issue was position and concentration. Yeah. We never talked to him about the passing, by the way, but you're right. But his concentration's a letdown. Newcastle Man U finals number 1. After this, the game home against Barca. These 2 moments I will never forget. Get Ericsson, Berardi, Luis Felipe, come on, Dan Ashworth. That's good. That's a good shout. Side order there, by the way. And big up to you, Agent. Hope you're okay. Absolutely brilliant. There's other games you need to mention as well. You're looking at Leicester 1, Newcastle United 2, the last game of the season, which Keegan kept us up. Then you got the game against Leicester City where they actually destroyed it by 7-1. Then we played Spurs as well. We actually destroyed them as well. And you look at the games as well, and they asked me, and we went behind against Leicester as well at St James's 3-1 down. And then Alan Shearer turned the game on his head as well. So those games you can't forget as well. And they asked me some great games at Newcastle. Great games.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, like I was saying before, in the playoff first leg, away at the Mackems when John Burridge saved the penalty in the last minute of the game, fantastic. Just a shame we lost at St James's Park, but yeah.
Yeah, man, that is the thing. That is the thing, but that was a cracking day as well. I mean, any win against Sunderland, sweet. Absolutely sweet. And you know what is right? I mean, if we ever play Sunderland, will it be this next season or the season after that, as long as in the Premier League? I hope we smash them. I really hope we absolutely destroy them. Because don't forget, we haven't beat Sunderland for quite a while. We haven't beaten for about seven games without a win. And I tell you what, the moment we beat Sunderland, right, I'm going to be over the flipping moon, Tony.
Yeah.
That's going to make me day.
Yeah, exactly. You know because we don't want to see any more managers like Di Canio go sliding down the pitch when they're scoring goals on his knees.
Definitely not. I want to see Eddie Howe do that, mate. Yeah. I want to see him celebrating with Jason Tindall, right? Jump into the Melbourne stand and celebrate with us as well. Or run to the Gallagher and jump over the Gallagher Hoardings, right? And give every Newcastle fans a hug. But then again, he probably gets sent off for that as well because David Wagner did that. I think David Wagner did that for Huddersfield, jumped into the hoardings apparently, and he jumped up and then he realised he had to go. He got a 1-game ban for that as well. Killer joys, man. Killer joys. But so we've done all the top 5 moments. We've gone through Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1, Newcastle 5, United 0, final 2, Newcastle 3, Newcastle 4, Arsenal 4, and Newcastle 3, Barca 2. So we'll go for some more comments in there and let's crack on to this one. Dan Ashworth invests also in Newcastle under-21s now for next season. They want promotion in future. I am sure to meet teams like Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea in Division 1, now in Division 2. Big up to FIFA Football. Big up shout out to you, mate. And Rachel said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. All helps the channel for you guys and the community as well. Thank you very much, Rachel. And thank you for all the mods as well. You're doing one hell of a job. And yeah, I'm good. Thanks to him. Reminds Newcastle visit Inter in 2003. I think it was good times. Yes. Yeah, that's when we played away from home. I think we should have won that game. And give us your memories, Tony. What is your three? I'll give you your top three memories, mate.
Well, top three memories.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I always remember when Keegan first signed for us.
Yeah.
Back in '82. Yeah. And that was a great day because to get a player of his caliber at that time, you know, absolutely fantastic. Just wonder what his transfer value will be in this day and age. Yeah, so that's one of them. I was only 10-year-old at the time. But yeah, how we were so close to the Premier League title as well under Keegan. We had that 12-point gap, and I thought, yeah, we've got this as long as we, you know, carry on. But we lost it, and then obviously Fergie played his main games. But that was a great achievement because we almost had it. And getting to 2 FA Cup finals in successive seasons, even though we didn't win any of them. But to show that we got to Wembley, we can do that again. And I'd like to see we've got a good cup run next season.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I mean, the top here to the cup run this season will be absolutely fantastic. And all these people about getting and extending the new stadiums as well. So we're definitely going to talk about that at a later date. Have a discussion of all things tuned during the week. We're definitely going to talk about that. Whether new stadiums should be extended or should move to a new stadium. I know a lot of people on social media are talking about it as well. It's a hard one for me, man. It's a hard one for me where to go with this. But what are your views on that, mate?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, depending on what we can do with the stadium, how far we can extend it. And I know there was like some people saying there was like 30,000 in the queue for the season tickets.
Yeah.
But was this not because some people had multiple devices sitting in the queue? So it may not have been anywhere near 30,000 people wait to try and get 1,000 season tickets. It might have been half of that even, you know. So, you know, it's sort of like, do we try and extend the current stadium, see if we can get up to about 60,000 with like the Gallagher end going up, and then and seeing from there. If demand is really high, then obviously you've got to look at doing either something with the stadium or moving stadiums. But you know, I prefer to stay at St James's Park. It's, you know, it's a ground I've knew since I grew up, and you know, I'll be sad to leave there, you know. But then, like I say, it all depends on what the demand for tickets would be, you see. But as I said before, there's a lot of people probably had 2 or 3 devices, maybe using a tablet as well as a laptop and a mobile, trying to get a queue for the tickets. So yeah, so we don't know what if the actual figures of 30,000 are correct or not, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me personally, like, I mean, I think it's going to come to a point, and I don't want to say this, so I want to stay at St James's Park, but as a last resort, we may have to move stadiums. We may have to move stadiums, Tony. But where we're going to move to, that is the thing. And the thing is, right, look at other clubs like Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham. They've moved stadiums. Man City moved stadiums as well. But the problem is, right, that their fans is going to be quieter. Look at Man City. Look at the way they've acted, Tony. Quieter. The fan atmosphere is quieter. Do you know what I mean? I
mean, Tottenham built on their original site anyway, didn't they? They just knocked White Hart Lane down and rebuilt it, didn't they?
Yeah.
But so they've basically stayed where they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously that land behind the Gallagher, which Mike Ashley sold, obviously I think that company went into administration now.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows behind the scenes our owners might be talking about buying that land back.
Yeah.
So we can extend the Gallagher end. You know, Because if you can extend the Gallagher end, you could bring that. If you can get that corner up to the same height and the Gallagher stand, and see the other corner as well next between the east and the Gallagher. That would certainly increase capacity quite a bit, even if it took up about 62,000. And then there's things like there was plans like where you can, if you build east stand, you can incorporate sorts in with the listed buildings, so it doesn't actually cause any harm to them. So there's always that there. And I've seen something with some plans how they can move the pitch across a bit and then obviously move it over. So then you're not worried about the list of buildings behind the stand then. So there's plenty of options there. And I would rather stay where we are, if I'm honest. The cathedral on the hill, you can see from everywhere. Coming over the Redruth Bridge, you can see it. So why move? And obviously the site where the arena is, that's going to be a housing development apparently, so that's out of the question.
That's fair enough. Go for this last two comments as well. Top three, though, we lost to Liverpool 4-3. That's another game we could have talked about as well. Yes, we lost that game. We 2-1 up and 3-2 up. We could see the soft goals again, and that's why we did not win that game. And Kevin Keegan's face just sums it up as well. But we bottled that. We bottled it as well. And that season, we did bottled it. I'm sorry, we did. We had opportunities to win the title. We didn't. And that is why we didn't win it. And that's just how it is. There's a big chance to win it. Other people said that if we didn't win the title, Keegan should walk. That's a load of rubbish I've ever seen in my life. And then on sort of, we haven't recovered. But we did well to finish second the following season, by the way. I can't lie. But you're right. You're absolutely right. And I was a Newcastle, and he used to say, I was a Newcastle fan, Shiva singing, and an emotional Barcelona. And D and Floyd saying, so I think we'll all jump in the gun a bit with a new stadium. Honestly, I'll be happy if they can extend it to 65k. That's still a massive stadium. Then see where we go over the next few years. Going to DJL's comments as well. Do you think he's right? Do you jump the gun a little bit, or do you just win some titles first? Well, not titles, win some trophies first, right? Get in the Champions League and then go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I've just been saying. Get that staging capacity up a bit to just over 60,000 or 65, and then see where we go from there. But let's just see. All there's other ways people are saying do it. Like maybe see if we can move it into Leazes Park and then move Leazes Park to the other end of it, to the Gallagher side. So there's always options.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to wait and see what happens. You know what it is, right? SAMIDH has just come in, right? He should have been an hour ago. Now he's here. And it's too late, man. It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
I mean, I'm sorry, mate. I thought just got lost in IST to GMT and whatnot.
No, that's fine. We let you off this time. We're just talking about the top 5 moments of Newcastle United, right? And we're going to have to ask you quickly because we've been there since 3 and you never know. But we're going to go first, right? I know Toe's going to be busy as well. Give us your 5 top moments as you being a Newcastle fan. The games, like for me, you could say like Newcastle against Barca, Newcastle against Man United 5-0. Give us your 5 top games as a Newcastle fan.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the top moment has to be the takeover when it was announced. Okay. I know you're looking for games maybe, but I mean, having been a fan who has kind of had to endure Mike Ashley for 14 years, the takeover has to be the moment, as a Newcastle fan. Because we were waiting for it for like a year and a half for it to be announced, and then it kind of happened out of the blue. And it just it was such a pleasant surprise for us all, in terms of maybe the second moment, I would say Eddie Howe's appointment, because even with the takeover, honestly, I felt that we were going down last season, because the way we were playing, it's not that we were not picking up points. It's just that we didn't look like winning. That was the problem. And it felt like the squad had no belief. they were like, they had given up and they were looking forward to kind of build from the championship, which was again like a season lost, right? So Eddie Howe and his team kind of came in and transformed even the players, because everyone before that was saying the squad is not good enough. It's a championship squad and whatnot. But he proved that, even with that squad, mainly so that we not only survived in the Premiership, but had we had that form, we could have probably finished in like the top 7 or whatnot,
Yeah.
So,
You
I mean, that
mentioned.
had. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
You go on.
Yeah, I was just saying,
you.
like, I mean, between the takeover and Howe's appointment, I felt like this. I mean, in the last, I don't know, 15 years or so, these two had to be top moments for me as a fan, at least.
Brilliant stuff. Tony, any questions for Sam?
Yeah, I mean that's a good shout. Yeah, I mean obviously the October the 7th was a great day, wasn't it? Live long in the memory that will do. That come just within a week after the cat case that we all remember. I remember I had that day off work, so I sat and watched that case all day. So that
even
that
I
was
did.
a good
I did. I mean, I wouldn't say I followed much. It was kind of boring, to be very honest, but it was still exciting in its own way. So
yeah. But and a lot of things come out of there about the Premier League, which which Daniel Jowl brought out, and obviously their barrister didn't look too happy about it all, and he couldn't deny it, could he? So that seemed to accelerate things, I think, from there. And Eddie Howe, I mean, like you say, we couldn't buy a win before Howe came in. I mean, when you think the amount of matches where we could have won, like Watford day away, we should have hammered Watford away, and we only drew 1-1 after Sean Longstaff scored the first goal. Wolves, we equalised there, lost again. West Ham, we took the lead against West Ham and lost that one 4-2. So Howe totally changed the team around, and I always had that little glimmer of hope that we would stay up, and I always kept positive. Yes, we'll stay up. Even though it took 14 games to get that first win against Burnley, and that even though we had that tough December, technically at home to Man United we were robbed, because really Man U didn't deserve that draw. And just after half time, at St Maximin put that chance away, we would have walked that game easily. And then the second half of the season, before all the transfers come in, before Bruno came through the door, totally transformed. And at the end of the season, we finished 7 points off 7th place. So we were quite unlucky, really. And had a few more of those games gone our way, who knows, we could have finished 7th,
Yeah.
I agree. Good to see Sam here. One of my favourite channels as well. Good to see Rexy. Big up to Rexy. I like what I've heard the other day. The club's creating a match day experience, having giant TVs near the ground and stuff like that, getting people involved to chat. You can't get to the matches. Class idea. Absolutely, man. Big up to Rachel as well. There should be a larger screens all around the city and the quaysides for the matches. Get the whole city involved. Like it's American style as well. I feel that'd be brilliant, by the way. And got one if it would be incredible. DJ and also El Stapleton. Big up to you, mate. Still think beaming back away games to St. James will be a winner. Do you think, Sam, I know you're in India, mate, do you think they should be streaming games, showing games at St. James's for away games as well, for those who can't get into the stadium?
I mean, why not? I mean, I would say yes to anything that kind of engages the fans, right? I mean, I know how difficult, especially now, it is to get into St. James's Park as a fan. The season tickets getting sold out within hours. Even when you put out extra tickets, they're gone within minutes. And as a fan, I would be, game for anything that kind of lets me enjoy my team, be it remotely like we do from India, or be it people, living in Newcastle. So anything that kind of, helps the whole experience is something that we should be encouraged.
Yeah, I agree, man. I absolutely agree. But that's the way it makes the money, isn't it, Tony? Makes some more money. I think that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you could have 4 screens on that pitch, so at least every corner of the ground can see the action, and and it's a money maker as well.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Even if you charged a 5 or a 10 a head, it's a lot of money to make. If you got 30,000 to watch it, maybe.
I thought that'd be fantastic. I thought that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. I mean, I think all owners should be looking into that as well. For those who kind of get into the matches, do like a beam steal in the back of home. Whether the Premier League will allow that, that's another kettle of fish. But look, I think it's a brilliant idea. Foxy leads the way at 4-3. Solano winner. I was there that day. 3-1 away at Arsenal. I was also there. I bought a ticket for the Arsenal game, right? And that, I think it's a Tuesday night, and that cost us something like 25 quid. Which is quite reasonable then. And other great moments, we went top of the league that very night. Yes, we did. Winter champions, by the way. And they did it for Liverpool versus Newcastle back in day. It was excellent. Absolutely. That's exactly what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? But I think there should be a way to go there, Tony, because like you said, they're going to make some money out of it, make some revenue as well. It gives you younger fans to come in, right? You cannot go to games and give them a go.
Yeah. And you know, and at the end of the day, there should really be a problem around screening away games at St James's Park if people are paying to go and watch it. You know, I know it'll not be like it's not like a Sky game or anything like that, but if it's just a normal 3 o'clock kickoff away at say Crystal Palace or Liverpool or wherever, and it's not on TV, then yeah, why shouldn't it be an option? You know, and I think it'll be a good option as well, and it will get a lot of people in, especially the youngsters as well.
Yeah, 100%. And your take on that, Samir? I mean, I have to agree really one. They should make some extra money. I think as well, they should do some like free live streams as well for people like you, Samir, right? And watch the games back in India. And I think that would be a smart idea. But for me, doing a watch along as well, I mean, whether I'm going to do that again, I haven't yet to make a decision yet, but we should see. And yeah, so give us your three, Samida, your three favourite games as a Newcastle fan. It could be the games you really enjoy doing, if it's going to live with the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, it's damn difficult to kind of pick three out of, the so many games that we have watched over the years. I mean, the 4-4 against Arsenal has to be, one of the three. I mean, just like an incredible game. Not just being a Newcastle fan, as a football lover, that is a game that would like live long in the memory. I would actually put the 3-1 victory against Everton last season, because I think that was kind of like the turning point. I felt like we started believing that we could actually survive this season. I mean, Leeds, yes, it was a 1-0. I mean, we were kind of on the hooks at times, but we still managed to sneak a win. But Everton, I felt like the team kind of started believing, that we could kind of kick on from there. I mean, the last one would be, I can't remember the season. It probably was the 2003-04 season, but we won a game against Man United 4-3, where, Roy Keane and Shearer got into that fight. And Keane was sent off, and we kind of, went on and scored like a late winner against them. And I remember like Sir Alex was fuming, and, Sir Bobby was like, really having a good time. And that was one of the games which, early on, it kind of gave me the chills, just seeing St. James's, like how it was back then. And even, on a screen, it felt like I was kind of really there with the fans, everyone on their feet, shouting at the top of their voices, and really backing the team. That was, I would say, one of the games that pulled me even deeper to supporting Newcastle. So top three, I would say those are the games. Yeah.
Good man. Newcastle 5, Sunderland 1. 1st October, we spoke about that. 2010 is your favourite. I can remember that should have been 10. I think things like this will begin to happen in the near future. So John Hall used to do these things, and I'm sure new owners will be in time, if allowed. Fingers crossed. And I've got Ricky as well. Beaten Man U 3-0, and Kabai's stunning free kick. Can you remember that one, Tony?
Yeah, I remember that one quite well. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, that was a great night as well. That was a Wednesday night game, if it was Tuesday or Wednesday night. I can't remember exactly which day now, but yeah, I remember that game well. Yeah, Kabai's free kick. What a free kick that was.
And I believe that goal by Dembaba is still really underrated, because that hook over his shoulder is actually not an easy technique, and he scored that, and it gets overshadowed by Kabai's free kick. I mean, rightly so. But that's also actually a really good goal that he scored, I think.
That was a fantastic goal, that from Denver. Great goal. Kabai's free kick. And what about the goal of the night? Phil Jones' flying header.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? Couldn't have scored a better header, could he?
Oh my God, that was absolutely lit. That goal was absolutely lit. Peak, absolute peak. And big up to Gemma and the house as well. Hey, John and panel, hope you okay? And I'm absolutely great after yesterday. I hope you okay. And all things sorted. 6-0 domination of Aston Villa. Can you remember that one, Samir? We beat them. We got promoted.
Yeah.
We won by 6. Andy Carroll hat-trick.
Yes, absolutely. I remember it because I was actually looking forward to that game being, the first game after we were promoted. I think Joey Barton opened the scoring for us with a screamer, curling away from the goalkeeper, and then the Carroll hat-trick. Sure. And I remember, although we never made it, but I think Barton, after that game, made a promise that if we ever qualified for the championship, he's going to shave off his mustache, and I think Coloccini would shave off his hair. That was a promise made. Unfortunately, we never made it to the Champions League, but I would have loved to see them in that avatar,
What about you, Tony? That goal, 6-0, the demolition of Villa. Signs of things to come.
That Joey Barton curling effort that he put in, that was a hell of a goal, that was. And that opened the floodgates then, didn't it? And, we just ran right over Villa that day.
Yeah, man. We've got another 15 minutes of this, by the way, before we wrap up, because I'm jumping on the show at 5 o'clock doing the Chancellor Show on Macy's channel. And Tony know Macy anyway, don't you? I mean, I get a lot of stick. People think I get a lot of stick because they think I'm a United fan. I'm not a United fan.
You are a United fan.
Not me.
Just not a Manchester fan, right?
Say again?
I'm saying you are a United fan, not just like a Manchester fan, right?
No, I'm a Newcastle fan. Newcastle.
Yeah, but we are United.
Yeah, we are.
We are the real United, right?
Yeah. We are United. We are United.
I think, I mean, obviously, we've done bits on the ground. Tell you what, we're desperate need of those. We need scoreboards, don't we? Really?
Yeah.
Proper scoreboards up. We miss them.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Do you agree with that, Sam?
Oh yeah. I mean, personally, I've never been to St. James's, but I've heard people say that there are certain upgrades that we need at the stadium, and I'm sure, like with the new owners looking at every little aspect, this is not something that's gonna remain there for long. I'm sure they're gonna do something about it very soon.
Absolutely. We love our new owners, don't we? I'd love to get Memad on my channel. I'd love to get Amanda Steely on my channel. Do you know what I mean? But I've got a special guest coming on Thursday. I'm not going to tell you until I'm going to do it. I'll let you know in a couple of days' time, because I'll do a thumbnail on that as well. But he's not a Newcastle fan, but he talks about Newcastle. He's been on other people's channels as well. And you probably know who it is, but you know in a couple of days' time. So I'm talking to him, and he's going to come on Thursday, and he just doesn't show up. But he might be listening to us now. But big up to you, and big up to Foxy Ben Offer's job against Sporting. We're going to talk about best schools very, very soon, by the way. But I'll be chatting about some of that later on. Big up to Del Boy. What's the bleeding story? Every time you see, you got to say, "What's the bleeding story?" He always says that. That guy is absolutely brilliant, and I'm loving the bits, by the way. He's our Teta out all day long. And he was on Jess's show the other day, and also History Channel. I'll tell you what, check that out. If you even though you're not an Arsenal fan, check it out. That channel is brilliant. Big up to Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Love you lots. And Newcastle 5, Tottenham 1, the final day of the season after being relegated was a good one. Yeah, that's a good one as well, Tony. But there's no pressure. That is the thing.
Yeah, there was no pressure at all that day, was there? So, but yeah. You can even see Chelsea, when we beat Chelsea 3-0 at home as well on the last day of the season.
Yeah, remember that as well.
That was another cracking game as well. But going back to games, I mean, when you think back to just the season that's just ended, the Arsenal game at home, we won 2-0, but we absolutely ran right over them. From the minute that whistle went till the end, we were rampant over Arsenal. And I couldn't believe at half time we were like 67% possession at half time, and it was like, hang on a minute, where's Arsenal? They haven't turned up, or are we just too good for them at the time? And I think we were just too good for them. And I was glad Bruno got his goal as well. Yeah,
you know what it is, right? I mean, I watched AFTV and Lee Gunner, one of my favourite channels, Lee Gunner, and I tell you what, they were absolutely fused. Do you watch them as well, Sam? The AFTV and Lee Gunner's channel.
I think I may have caught a video or two, yes, because we keep surfing these fan channels in India as well. But I mean, at least I personally haven't had the chance to watch a live game along with a fan TV so far. So.
Funny, and I'll tell you what, that AFTV, I can't lie, that's gone downhill. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. You've got the best also channel. It's Lee Goddard. I'll tell you, it's the realest channel, by the way. Him, Kenny Ken, and Jess as well. Those three, if they're watching, absolutely fantastic. Listen to all dear. Alexander Arnold and Raheem Sterling are on the verge of signing for Chelsea. I know Raheem Sterling is going to sign for Chelsea, but Trent, I'm not sure about that one, by the way. But Raheem Sterling,
I don't think Klopp will let him go, will he?
100% not.
No chance he's going. Especially not to a rival either.
Exactly. Well, Man City is doing it to Raheem Sterling, to rival as well. But the thing is, like, going back to Bruno as well, right? If anytime Bruno wants to leave the club, he won't be. But if he does, it cannot be to another English club. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what I mean? But he doesn't watch Arsenal channels. Terrible. Stick to myself on the team review. Thank you very much, Foxy. Good idea. Good idea in this. I love Foxy, by the way. He's a South American expert.
There was a thing on YouTube I did watch, and I thought it was quite funny actually. And it's a combination of the different Arsenal TV channels, like podcasts, and they were all doing their watch-alongs, and they go to each one. And the way they were going on when Newcastle scored, it was was brilliant to watch. They weren't happy. They were going absolutely, off it and throwing. I think one of them smashed a glass or something because he was just so annoyed that, But yeah, it was absolutely. It went into total meltdown. Exactly. And then even more when Bruno scored.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, we should have scored much earlier in that game. Actually, we dominated and we actually ended up scoring quite late. I mean, I felt we should have scored a couple in the first half itself. So.
Exactly. Do you know what it is, right? There's no way that's happening. We just absolutely dominate them. I mean, under anyhow, any other game under Manchester Steve Bruce, we would have lost that game under Steve Bruce. We would have lost that game under Pardew. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, man. But I'll tell you what, we are back. We are back. What's your favourite thing to do on a match day, John? Gillian. Listen, I like to see my team win. I haven't been to the gym for a long, long time. That was done months and months and months ago, Gemma. So I tell that right away. But no, not there for months. Just going to the match, and I'll be going up to the first game, and I'm going to enjoy it, sort of thing. So yeah. So quickly back to the new signings. So we're going to wrap up as well in a minute. Back to new signings. Sven Botman, the latest one, and we've got Sven Botman. Nick Pope, and we've got that target as well. I'll ask you first, Sammy, because you're a visitor. What do you think?
I mean, absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have asked for a better June. Even a year back, 6 months back, I probably wouldn't have imagined us signing these players. It's brilliant that we are. I feel we are seriously underrating Nick Pope's signing. I think he's going to be absolutely brilliant. I think he alone can maybe put us 10 points above what we would have otherwise finished. As good as Dubravka is, I feel Pope is better. And Botman, I mean, what can I say? People are like, raving about this signing, rightly so. Hopefully, he's there like as, I don't know, like Newcastle's Vincent Kompany in the years to come. And going into July and August, I hope we sign a good striker. Yeah. I hope we sign a winger. But I do think we still have more to get out from the squad that we have, especially the attacking players. I feel Almiron, Maxi, Callum Wilson obviously can offer much more. So it's going to be interesting, but absolutely chuffed with the signings we have made so far. Yes.
Absolutely. We'll go on to Tony's comments as well. I mean, John Bingo. Wow. Okay. Kevin Keegan signs to Newcastle. PR PhD signs to Newcastle. Billy Jones grabs his family jewels. Kevin Keegan becomes manager. Shearer comes home. There's lots of great memories, bro. I have to agree. I've been changed to go by Sterling's house. I get that. Listen to me, Milan and the Italian because I still have enough points for John Bingo. I'm only joking, John. I know you. I'm sure you won't be on the show for too long, mate. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you so much indeed. And last words goes to, got one as hell. Well, a fully fit, motivated close is better than hope. Yeah. And go on, Tony.
Yeah, the signings have been brilliant. I mean, to get Target back in was brilliant as well. Good business. The take off the 3 million loan fee, £12 million, great business. And hopefully he can kick on and get in the England team as well, because he is a good left back. He's underrated as well. And don't forget, this was Villa's player of the season the season before last. Yeah. And I think their fans have short memories down there as well, And remember, we were linked with Digne, and to be honest with you, I'd rather have Target than Digne.
Yeah, man.
Target's been great. Pope's a good signing. You get an England international for £10 million. Now, if Burnley had stayed up, that would have been about another 20 million on top at least to get Pope. Yeah. So when you think about it, we've got a steal. We've stolen him. Yeah. And because Burnley were desperate for the money as well, that's why they've allowed him to go for 10 million, because they need that loan, that money to pay their loan. Because their club was bought on leverage, wasn't it? And then Botman, absolutely brilliant sign. That's topped it off. I mean, 22-year-old. He's got years ahead of him. As SAMIDH said, he can be our Vincent company, And I think we'll go out for a winger next. And I really hope we'd go all out and get Diaby in. It'd be, if I was in charge of Newcastle, it'd be top of my list to bring in, that's for sure. If the fee's 60 million, do you know what? Go and do it. Get him, because he's only 22 and he can only get better.
I agree. I'm better and better and better as well. I think that guy, if you do get Diaby for Newcastle, he's not here yet, but if you do get him, believe you and me, I think it'll be fantastic. He can make a difference from getting us into Europe and not getting us into Europe as well. And big up to Alex, by the way. Make sure you if you're enjoying the show, everybody. Thank you very much, D, my guy. I appreciate that. And great signings, but need to strengthen midfield and attack. I think defense is sorted. Defense is fixed. Goalkeeper is fixed. Midfield need one more. Need a right side midfield, and we definitely need someone up front as well. I mean, let's be real. I think it's going to be a good season for Newcastle United. But I'm going to do the player ratings, signing ratings as well, close to the time. I'm going to do as well the league position as well, league predictions as well. I'll be doing that soon as well. And we'll see what happens on that one. So I'm going to wrap up there, guys. I know you're a bit late, Sam, but next time you come on, mate, all right, I'll do it at 4 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. And I'm going to give you record conversation as well, mate, for being late. You were absolutely terrible. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I will forgive him because he's got a time difference. So yeah,
absolutely.
We'll make up for it next time, lads.
Yeah, you'll make up for it next time. Yeah,
definitely. Make sure you get all your Indian mates, right? Indian Newcastle fans to watch my channel as well. Get as much as you can, right? And that'd be fantastic. So I'll let you off this time. Big up to later.
One thing you got to remember as well, that obviously that's saying Diaby wants to come because Botman's saying that's a rumour going around. But when you think, because we've got Botman in, he's the start of that snowball. And if you push a snowball down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And and that's exactly what this is. This will be the snowball effect. Now Botman's in, you'll see every other player that wants to come now. And that's exactly what it is. It's a snowball effect now. Now Botman's in. And you'll see better players want to come into the club. And
I agree 100%. I mean, as long as we get the right characters and people with the right attitude, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, you're a watcher of Italian football, John. I don't really know a lot about him. I know he's missed his penalty in the Euros when Pickford saved it. But Belotti, is he good, John?
I think he's a good player. I really do think he's a good player. He holds the ball up well. He's quick. He's Premiership ready, I think. And in my opinion, he's built like a player in the Premier League. He's built like a boxer as well. 5'11" in height. I think he scored goals, 20 plus goals this season. Last season wasn't as great as I can't lie, but the season before that for Torino, he just single-handedly keeps them up just between staying up and trying to get into Europe. But I'm a big Belotti fan, I really am. And if he does come, then he needs a bit of time in the Premier League. I think he's going to enjoy it if he does come to us. And I'm a fan of Belotti. Big fan of Belotti. Where he's going to come to Newcastle, that's another thing. There's other clubs being linked to him. It's going to be Monaco, Milan clubs after him as well. I think Napoli wants him as well. But if I'm a betting guy, I think he end up staying in Italy, to be fair, guys. I really do. I really do.
Wouldn't it be funny if AC Milan want him and we go in and get him ahead of AC Milan? That wouldn't be brilliant.
That would be brilliant.
Do you know what, John? I mean, I know you're saying he's not probably like you couldn't just chuck him in because he wouldn't be used to the pace, but Eddie Howe is quite a clever manager, and he'll do what you've done with Bruno. You'll just keep him on the bench for a few games, let him watch the pace, bring him on 10 minutes here or 5 minutes there, just to get him used to the pace of the game, like he did with Bruno. And look how Bruno's turned out.
Totally agree, by the way. I mean, you look at this record, going back to Belotti. I see what you mean. Belotti's goal, 7 seasons with the Granata. He's played 232 appearances, 100 goals in Serie A, and doesn't look a lot. Excuse me. That's an average about 15, 13 a season, but he did score 20 as well. And he used to play for Palermo. He used to play for Albino Leffe as well. But 7 seasons as a Granata, and he's definitely left Torino as from now. So he's on a free transfer. And it would not be a problem at all. But go through the cons as well. Diaby and Paqueta top of the wish list for his transfer window. Go back to Gary in a bit. Excuse me. I hope and pray that Botman takes the PS and style in the Premier League straight away. How held back Bruno, and look how it's paid off us big time. Newcastle finished 6th next season. I hope you're correct, Gary. Gabby Gould's another winner last week for a 2-1 win against Angelo Santos. Imagine if we beat all the Italians to Belotti. They will blow a blood vessel, Alex. Oh, man. I love it, man. The Abbey will be a great sign of wish to have Scamacca to a possible. Scamacca would be great, but I think he'll end up staying at Litty as well. Yeah, definitely staying Litty at some stage. Sky reporter, don't remember the name, saying once podcast 40 mil is the highest at the minute. I agree, 80 to 100 mil will come in 3 in 5 years. So you're basically trying to play for 40 mil, and it's going to cost 80 million, 100 million in a few days. At Speed Hatwick, that's a Lamprey farm. Listen, hit the subscribe button, Lamprey, because it's the first time. If you do hit the subscribe button, that'd be fantastic. And it's your first time on my channel. Thank you very much indeed for that. Do you prefer Serie A for Premier League? Obviously, I love Italian football. I've always loved Italian football, sort of thing. The Premier League's exciting, I get it. But technical side, you've got to go Serie A. I've always said Serie A is my favourite league. And I don't dislike, I do like Premier League as well, but I prefer Serie A because it's technical better. And I think it's technical great as well. So that's a good question for Gemma. What do you prefer, Sam dear? Premier League or Serie A?
I mean, has to be Premier League for me, because just the quality of broadcasting that the Premier League tend to do internationally is unmatched. I don't think either Serie A or the Spanish league has done quite so much. Maybe to an extent the Champions League, yes, but in terms of domestic leagues, it has to be the Premier League for me. And of course, because Newcastle plays in that league too. Yeah.
Fair enough. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, it's Premier League for me all day. I don't watch a lot of Italian football, but I prefer the Premier League. It's a much better pace of football as well, and and it's obviously the biggest league in the world as well, isn't it? So so yeah, if it was between the Premier League and Italian football, it's definitely Premier League for me.
Fair enough. And everyone's got an opinion, which is cool. Belotti's penalty taker, which does inflate his stats on 8 goals last season from 16 starts due to injury, 3 penalty goals. Reminds me of Callum Wilson. Yeah, he scored lots and lots last season, 20 plus last season. That guy, when he's match fit, he is good, really, really good. My number one moment was the sign of Joe Willock. Joe Willock fan. I think Grace Thompson will love that, by the way. Big up to Grace if you're listening, by the way. She comes on my channel. Botman proves we can compete with the best clubs for signings. And Joe Willock from Family 2, just make sure he jumps on the ball next year. Too much for Diaby in my eyes. Also go for on free transfers. Ericsson, Luis Felipe, and Belotti. This is cheaper than Diaby, 60 mil. And money back after free transfers as well. Big up to Rachel again. Lamprey, like and subscribe. Thank you very much indeed, Lamprey. I really appreciate that. Diaby and Belotti. Then we can put out checkbook away. That is a good comment, by the way, Lamprey. That's a very good comment there. They got to as well. Guys, I'm going to wrap up there because I'm going to jump on someone's channel at 5 o'clock, which is Devils United channel. I'll be going on there for the transfer, sure. And listen, I know you're late, Sammy, but I'm glad you made it, sort of thing. Did you come on me, sure?
I'm sorry, say that again. I got it.
Did you enjoy coming on my show?
I sure did. I mean, although it was cut short because of me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope I get a chance to come on again sometime later, maybe. And brilliant show. And I'm gonna do my best to get people in India to follow back as much as possible. But yeah, had a really good half an hour. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Where do you find you on your socials, mate? Where do you find you? You tell the viewers on the chat, where do you find you on the socials?
Yeah.
Where do you find you? Do you tell the viewers where can they find you on your socials?
I'm on. Well, personally, I'm on Twitter. Like I gave you the personal handle, but I'm mostly operating out of the Toon Army handle as well. So any messages just directed on Twitter, I think that's the fastest way to get across. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fair enough. Tony, do you enjoy coming on my channel, mate?
I do absolutely love coming on here, John. Great channel. Always great content as well, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's great to have people involved on there as well as the comments from the viewers. And, so absolutely brilliant. And, long may it continue. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll go through his comments as well, and Gemma as well. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Gemma, love you lots, by the way. Thank you so much indeed. Big up to Gav as well, and his wife is his wifey as well. And his wife is a Man U fan, apparently, as well. Thanks for the great show, guys. Catch you on the next one. Gareth, thank you so much indeed, mate. I'll be back tomorrow night. Then I'll claps to Tony the Red. I keep calling him Tony the Red, by the way, because he keeps calling Macy Tony the Mag. But Macy calls Tony the Red. And that is why I call him Tony the Red. He doesn't mind. But Man U aren't doing any transfers, are there? What's there to talk about? Keith, I'm loud about people saying his name wrong. We're going to talk about...
Maybe Ronaldo going out, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to talk about Frankie de Jong, that lad from Feyenoord, Cristiano Ronaldo. She'll be talking a lot. I'll be good to talk about Sven Botman, Ekateke. We're going to talk about Tillemans as well, and being linked as well. Tillemans and being linked, and Borchas being linked as well. So that is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a brilliant show. If all me chat as well, please join us for that. Join us on Mace Channel, Devils United. Get us subscribed, and then big up if you can do that. Fantastic. Big up Gemma. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you for raging as well. And well done to my mods as well. Thank you so much, Jules, Rachel, and Tony the Red as well. Thank you, and take care too. I shall see you tonight as well. Alex as well. I'll be on Paul's show, so I'll be looking forward to that. 8 o'clock. Join us for that. If you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. If you like to super chat, then just click on the $sign if you like the thing on good. And if you like to become a member, it's 99p a month. Just click on the $sign. So guys, thank you so much for joining, and I should see Tony in the week sometime, maybe tomorrow in the week sometime. I'm doing the fan forum on Wednesday. That's going to come back, and got one as well, and good show, John. Cheers, take care everyone as well. And I should say, guys, thanks for coming on. Have a good time in India, Sam. Thanks for coming. I know it's a bit late, but we'll do it next time. Tony, catch you soon, guys.
Thank you, John, for having me on.
Thank you.